Hello, everybody. My name is Fearless. I know I'm a couple days late to this, but I've been very busy. So, yeah, only 2 days, actually. I thought it was longer than that. But, yeah, I was a little late to this. This is the developer update. So this is everything that from the PTB that's making it to live and all the changes that they made to it. I think we all know corrective action is not going to live the way it was in the PTB. I haven't seen any of these updates besides the Skull Merchant one, and everyone is upset about it. It's just like there's a multi-million-dollar company. How can they not fix a one single killer, man? I mean, I know it's hard to program and shit, but like, come on now, come on. All right. Again, I'm not gonna read through any of this. I'm only gonna read the actual updates. So if you guys want to pause and read that, you can. Mori update. The Ivory and Ebony Memento Mori offerings once again allow the killer to kill survivors who have been hooked twice. That is fucking amazing. The Cypress Memento Mori offering has been retired. I did see this too, the yellow Mori being retired. So, if you take the price, right? One yellow Mori is 2,500, right? They're giving you 1,000,000. If you have at least one on your account, you're getting 1,000,000 blood points. Why can't they just take all of them and give you the actual amount that you would have, spent for all of them? Like, let's say you had like 10 yellow Moris. You're getting way less than 1,000,000, right? But someone like me, I have like probably over 1,000. I mean, probably more than that if I had to guess. So I would get so many blood points for that. I don't get it. Like, it makes no sense. They should really actually give you something for it other than 1,000,000 blood points. 1,000,000 blood points is one prestige. One prestige. That's literally nothing in this game. But, okay, here we go. Skull Merchant. The update everyone is despising. The Skull Merchant now gains 5% haste when a survivor is scanned within 5 seconds of placing a drone or changing its rotation. So, if you place a drone, if a survivor gets scanned within 5 seconds of you placing it, you get the haste. Honestly, I don't think that's that bad. I really don't. 5 seconds, though? I think they should take that down to 3. Right now, I don't think that would do much, though. But the changing its rotation one, because changing its rotation, it's already down. It already has the scan ready. Honestly, I'm not too upset about this, because you gotta think about it. There still is only one scan line instead of 2, so this will actually be a little bit more difficult to pull off. Well, not a little bit, actually a lot. Like, it might be really difficult to actually get the haste, because one rotation line, that's not really gonna do much. Increase hindered effect when scanned by a drone to 8%. I do think it should have stayed at 5, but that's probably fine. Increase drone rotation speed to 95 degrees per second was 85, so it's a little bit faster, which makes sense because there's only one line now. Decrease movement speed while deploying a drone or inspecting the radar to 4.4 meters a second. Not that bad. So, fast vaults are no longer detected by drones. Now, I didn't even know this was a thing, because I don't play Skull Merchant that much. But apparently, if there's a drone that's not active, and a survivor's fast vaults, it will scan them once. I think that's how it works. I'm not quite sure. I did not know that. Maybe I'll play around with that before she gets reworked. Yeah. Hillbilly. Increase overdrive, movement speed to 12 meters a second was 11.5. Not much. Now this, love this. Reintroduce tokens. Tokens now recharge over 30 seconds while in chase, up to a maximum of 2. I did see this change as well, so I lied a little bit. So, yeah, everyone's a little confused with this, apparently. They think if you enter chase, you get a token, and then if you're in that chase for 30 seconds, you get another token. No. That's not how it works. Entering chase does nothing now. You have to actually be in chase for 30 seconds for one token, and then be in chase for another 30 seconds for another token. So you can't just get a token and then immediately get another token after 30 seconds. You actually have to be in a chase for like a minute, which I'm not too upset about, honestly. It prevents you from hiding the whole game. I think it should be 3 tokens still, because who cares how many tokens it has? Now you can't just hide the whole game and get them back, you know? You have to be in chase. So I think it should go to 3, but I think 2 is fine, I guess. Danger tactics. We all knew this wasn't making it to live. Survivors who drop a pallet have their aura revealed for 8 seconds. Reintroduce the aura reading for pallets and vaults within 32 meters. No longer reveals the aura of survivors near drop pallets. This is fine. I like this. Because it was only really good on Nurse and Executioner, but then you could absolutely demolish people with those killers, so... Corrective action. Corrective action once again turns missed skill checks into good skill checks. Okay, so there's the problem solved right there. When corrective action activates, reveal the aura of the survivor who missed a skill check for a few seconds. I wish they gave like the exact amount of seconds, but I'm assuming by a few it probably means 3 to 5 seconds. Probably not more than that. Removed. Corrective action no longer has a range limit. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. This is going to be the best solo queue perk ever. Literally the best one. So if your teammates across the map doing a gen, they miss a skill check, this prevents it. You know how like when you get off a gen, there's like a 7% chance a skill check will appear and it will just blow up when you get off of it. Happens to me all the time. This will now prevent that from happening, I assume. If all 4 survivors, well, if even just 2 survivors had this perk, that would be insane. Even if 1, but then you could miss a skill check, you know. This is going to be one of the best solo queue perks ever. I'm probably going to be running it every single time. Every time I play solo queue. Stepbound. The effect now ends when losing a health state. Yeah, it ended before if you were hooked, which with Executioner, you could just cage and people would just be oblivious the entire game. And that's not very fun to go against. And that's it. That's it. So Quick Gambit staying the way it is, which is great. I think it should. But, you know, I did see a little bit of people complaining about it. I don't know how you can complain about it. Sure, there's no range limit, but 5% can help. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, just run Deja Vu. You know? Deja Vu mixed with this. 11%, then Prove Thyself. I mean, it's going to be insane if you combine them all together, but yeah. I think these changes are really solid. I feel like they could have done a little bit better with Skull Merchant, you know. The hindered... Well, to be honest, probably unpopular opinion, I don't think the Skull Merchant, you know, I don't think this rework is that bad. Everyone is, like, whining about it, like Scott Jun and everything. I really don't think it's that bad. The hindered should be 5, and I think the haste should be, like, less than that. Or just remove it entirely. To be fair, though, they have to be scanned within 5 seconds of placing a drone or changing its rotation. I did see a lot of people, they thought as soon as you put a drone down, you get the haste. No, they have to be scanned within 5 seconds of you placing it. I think they should get rid of the, like, when you're placing it, you, get the haste. Like, okay, see, it says, if a survivor is scanned within 5 seconds of placing or changing its rotation, they should just get rid of the placing part. So you should, the Skull Merchant gets 5% haste if a survivor is scanned within 5 seconds of changing its rotation. Because no one really uses the change rotation mechanic unless you're a Skull Merchant main. I never use that mechanic ever. It's actually going to be useful now that there's only one scan line. But yeah, I think they should get rid of this part, the placing a drone part, and then just put changing its rotation. So within 5 seconds of changing its rotation, you get the haste if they get scanned. Because that actually, you know, that raises the skill a little bit. You actually have to do it mid-chase, and you're slowed down when inspecting the radar to change it. So, I mean, I think that would be solid. But honestly, I don't think these are too bad. The thing I just dislike the most is the hindered, but at the same time, I mean, 8%'s not that bad. You only get hindered when you already have a claw trap on you and you're scanned. You have to be scanned while already having a claw trap. So, I mean, you know. And the fast vaults one, I never even noticed it, but, you know, I never noticed it and I still won with her multiple times. Like, most of my matches with Skull Merchant, probably 90% of them I win. Mainly because people give up. But yeah. Anyways, other than that small little hindered and the fast vault thing, I think these changes are pretty damn solid. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Bye-bye.